Separately, Robyn and Kody Brown are two extremely toxic and manipulative people. Together, they form one of the worst gaslighting and abusive couples that I have ever seen documented on TV. In my opinion, they make for quite the diabolical dynamic duo, and that is what we are going to talk about in today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me, for checking in on our family. If this is your first time watching or you're relatively new to my channel, I do live in Central Florida near Orlando, and we were in pretty much the direct path of Hurricane Ian. By the time it got to us, it was downgraded to a tropical storm, but we did lose power yesterday for almost 12 hours. So very glad, very fortunate to have power back. My heart truly goes out to anyone that was displaced or had any property damage. It is a very tragic thing, and I'm very grateful that we made it out relatively unscathed. So the topic of this video is something that I have wanted to talk about. The more and more we get into season 17, the more I see Kody and Robyn really feeding off of each other's narcissism, and they're forming a really scary, manipulative dynamic. In my opinion, it's honestly a small miracle that Christine seems to have developed this bullshit repellent, because Kody and Robyn are absolutely working in cahoots together. Not only is Kody expecting gratitude for the way he treats his wives, but now we have Robyn invoking her past marriage to try to coerce her sister wives to stay in a marriage that makes them miserable. There is an excessive amount of gaslighting, coercion, narcissism, manipulation, and it's going on with both Kody and Robyn. Now, it is fair to say that Robyn is a product of the way she grew up, and Kody too, to a certain extent. And I recognize that. She grew up in polygamy, and her father, or her stepfather, but who she views as her father, actually kept his families in different states. Robyn was constantly working to make sure that she got attention from her father, that she found favor with her father. And this has very much carried over into her adult life and the toxic household that she has worked very hard to create and maintain. You know, Robyn has always said that she works very hard so that when Kody is at her house, it's like an escape for him. It's like a vacation. She works very hard to make it seem like they are always in the honeymoon phase. He doesn't have to do real work or parenting because she has made sure that that is all taken care of. With that being said, in my opinion, reasons are not justifications. I actually heard that it was described similarly to that on the podcast, My Favorite Murder. You guys know I love true crime. You know, you hear so many stories of crimes and of criminals, and it's like looking back, analyzing the criminal or the unsub, profiling them, you find certain common traits among criminals, like, oh, they suffered head trauma, check. They suffered abuse in some form as a child, check. But here's the thing, there can be a long list of reasons for why someone acts the way they do, but that does not justify that behavior. We are all accountable for how we behave. I mean, we can just look at the makeup of the sister wives themselves. Both Mary and Christine grew up in polygamy to a lot of extent, and maybe even to a further extent. They had the same indoctrination that Robyn had, but they don't display the same narcissistic and manipulative personality traits that I think that Robyn displays. This is just a long roundabout way for me to say that I hold Robyn and Kody equally responsible for their own behavior and how they've destroyed this family. I'm not really going to give Robyn a pass because she grew up in this extremely oppressive environment for women. That may come off a little harsh, and for that, I do apologize. But after a decade or more of watching this behavior unfold on our TVs, that's just where I'm at with Robyn, if I'm gonna be honest. But speaking of oppressive environments for women, something Janelle said in episode 3 of season 17 really made me sad.
You know, our culture very much reveres matriarchs because really, truly, the women who live in our faith become very strong, very independent. I had a lot of affection for her.
Now, I am not a polygamy expert, but I think any casual observer could deduce that polygamy, and especially this type of Mormon polygamy that the Browns practice, is not matriarchal. I love Janelle, but there is a difference between a woman becoming independent or finding her independence and an entire family, religion, or lifestyle being centered around the woman because of the value that is seen that the woman brings. That is not Mormon polygamy. Let's talk about Robyn for a hot second. I find it really insulting on Christine's behalf that Robyn just assumes that Christine has not thought this all the way through, or that she might not have enough life experience because she hasn't been through a divorce to know what she wants on the other side of a marriage to Kody.
I decided to leave. I'm gonna leave Kody. Just leave.
It's just not making sense right now. I don't know what to say. I've been through a divorce. I know what this means. Do you even understand what you're saying?
What makes Robyn the expert simply because she's had a divorce? And are we to assume then that Robyn regrets her divorce? Or maybe are we to assume that because Robyn has had a quote failed marriage, maybe she isn't a relationship expert? Two things. One, not all relationships are meant to be salvageable, especially if there is mistreatment going on. And number two, why on earth does Kody regard Robyn as some sort of relationship expert when objectively she does not keep in touch or try to maintain a relationship with her sister wives? Her own upbringing was predicated on keeping their polygamous families separate, so she's never really experienced coexisting or blending polygamous families. So I don't think Robyn regrets her divorce. I think that's very obvious. So I really don't appreciate how little she thinks of Christine's decision-making abilities. You know, Janelle got a divorce too. And technically, so did Mary. Janelle isn't sitting there condescending or postulating to Christine if she has really thought this through. Additionally, Christine's mother has gone through a divorce. It's not like Christine has never met a divorced person who was happier after they left their marriage. Robyn does nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, to support her sister wives in their relationships with Kody. She does nothing to support them as parents. She does nothing that is supposed to be a benefit of plural marriage. There are givers and there are takers, and it seems like all of the other sister wives have done their fair share of giving. All Robyn gives is unsolicited advice. Now let's talk about Kody for a minute. There's no dancing around it. Kody is emotionally abusive and manipulative. all these tests to make sure Christine is serious. I don't know, but I don't recall Christine having the reputation as being the girl who cried wolf. Yes, she has been talking about being miserable for years. She has been talking about wanting to leave Kody for years. I think anybody that has gone through a divorce or a breakup could probably relate. She's been talking about it for years because she's been miserable for years. And I've said this before, it makes me really sad that Isabel and Christine look upon Kody's relationship with Robyn's children with any kind of yearning or jealousy. It's only natural. I'm not judging them. I would be that way too if that were my dad, but it just makes me sad for them. Kody favors Robyn's kids because Robyn has done a very good job of grooming them in to be minions. They are not allowed to be free thinkers, and they live an incredibly oppressed life. They don't ever speak of future prospects, what they want to do in life. And Kody and Robyn never speak of wanting anything for their kids other than for them to live in that house. Robyn's kids are horribly mistreated, and I know I and all viewers, we feel a lot of compassion for them. Then there is Kody's assumption that Christine will never be able to do better than him.
You know, you never know when she's just going to realize that the life she's looking to create somewhere else isn't going to be any better than what she's had or got.
First of all, Christine leaving Kody is not about Christine doing better in terms of finding a new romantic partner. It's about doing better than him in realizing how shitty of a partner and father he is, and realizing that being alone is better than in any way being attached to Kody. And Kody's assertions that he should be entitled to 50-50 custody of Truly is as equally laughable as it is infuriating. If you are not letting your children in to the place that you live, where is Truly supposed to stay when you have custody of her? And Christine calls this nonsense out in the preview for this upcoming episode. And she says that they could have been doing 50-50 custody this whole time. She's literally been begging him to show up for their kids. This isn't about taking her kids away from Kody. Christine has never treated her children as a bargaining chip. And mind you, this is at the same time that Kody is saying that visiting Isabel outside when it's snowing would be inconvenient. I mean, I think it's really obvious there's no way he's gonna help her move to North Carolina. So spare us, actually spare Isabel your fake tears about her moving. She deserves to be surrounded by family, enveloped in love, as Christine calls it, by family who doesn't care what the weather report is. Honestly, I think Peyton was 100% correct when he said in one of his TikTok videos, or maybe it was a live, that Robyn is Kody's soulmate. They really are cut from the same cloth, in my opinion. Both show traits of narcissism, and both of them are incredibly manipulative and coercive. I'm actually afraid of what will happen if they do rebuild, as Robyn is talking to Mary about. Like, say Janelle leaves and Kody and Robyn decide to brainwash new recruits with the help of Mary. That is a really scary thought. And I think it would be even more of a toxic environment if that's even possible. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.